We welcome you inside the gymnasium at Cloverdale High School for an old West Central Conference rivalry. Of course, that league is no more. And these two teams are no longer conference rivals, even if they are separated by all of 2 exits on I-70. It is Monrovia and Cloverdale as we begin the last week of the regular season here on the Isc Sports Network. Tonight's game presented by Endeavor Communications alongside Lance Scheib, Greg Rakestraw with you. Thank you so much for joining us. And Lance, these two teams come in at 5-12 and 9-10 respectively. For Monrovia, it's going to be their first losing season in the last 5 years, but they are oh so close to having a completely different feel. Of their 12 losses, Lance, 8 have been by 5 points.
And this is the time of the year that you're looking at those losses and all that experience now. Can you now make this run? Everyone found out, last night who they're going to play, what time that's going to be next week. You want to be playing your best ball right now. Kyle Swafford is happy with how they're playing tough physical basketball. Can they do it again tonight?
My brain's a bit jello from reading all those pairings a night ago. 8 of their 12 losses have been by single digits on this season. All right, so there we go. This Cloverdale team comes in at 9-10, trying to get the record back above 500. Both these teams will play again tomorrow night at home to wrap up their regular season, then moving on to sectional play. And for Cloverdale, that happens right here in this gymnasium.
What a great gymnasium. What a great spectacle for a sectional. Just love the ambiance about it. Just love the tradition, how things are. Has to be a shooter's gym. I just like the feel here. Would love to be playing in this sectional next week.
Well, there are easy to point out 2 great scorers on each of these 2 teams. Let's start with the home team in Cloverdale. Kyle Thomas, he has over 1,200 points in 3 years at Cloverdale. Hill has his work cut out for him to catch guys like Jalen Moore and Cooper Neese in the all-time list at Cloverdale. But still, after a sophomore season where he averaged just shy of 21, he's just shy of 22 points a game this year.
Kyle at 6'4", just a junior, as you talked about. I love his game inside and out. He's a complete player. He's going to definitely be a free money player at the next level. I just like the way his game has evolved since I saw him last year.
Well, the way that Lance says that, I'll translate it. That means scholarship. And, of course, his dad was a scholarship player as well, as his father is 20th in the history of Indiana State University basketball, having played for Tate's Lock in Terre Haute, graduating back in 1993. As far as Monrovia is concerned, Joe Williams is their leader. The 6'1 senior is averaging 17 points a contest.
He is smooth. He's got a quick release. I love how he plays the game. Keeping him as far away from the basket and contesting all shots is going to be huge for Cloverdale tonight.
With that, we'll take this 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with the keys to this game and tip-off from Cloverdale. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest fan. Yeah.
No way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Monrovia's starting five has been introduced. Cloverdale about to take place. We'll get those to you right as we tip this game off. But now let's get to our keys to this game. Just like tonight's broadcast, a service of Endeavor Communications. And for the Bulldogs, it starts with rebounding the basketball.
They've got to be able to do that on both ends here if they're going to be in this game. They've got to do a great job of crashing it offensively, but defensively, that's something that Cloverdale loves to be able to do, is get the offensive rebound, so rebounding is critical.
And for Cloverdale defend the screens, this is a Monrovia team that they're not a slowdown team, but they will run their offense through many different variation of sets to get the shot they want.
They make you play defense. They are patient. They take great shots. They understand where their strengths are, and they make you get through, and they understand if you go over that screen, what they're going to do, or if you go under. So that's going to be key tonight in reading those screens.
Joe Williams, Alex Willett, Cole Eastman, Hunter Ray, Trent Hale. The starting five for Monrovia: Kyle Thomas, Nolan Kelly, Chase Ashcraft, Walker Sims, and Zach Thomas. The starting five for the Clovers. It is Kelly that will track it down. And again, Kyle Thomas, last time we were here, only hit a three-quarter court shot at the end of the third period against North Putnam. And we are underway. Basket cut by Nolan Kelly, the senior, averaging 14 points per game.
Great job of moving without the basketball there, going off. They pick again. They chose to go over. He slid under. Easy two.
Little three-quarter 2-2-1 pressure. Monrovia sticks a three against it. That is Alex Willett that gets it to go. Second leading scorer for the Bulldogs at 11 points a contest.
Alex, a senior, comes in here, doing a great job shooting 29% from behind the arc.
With Dad, the band director, we'll call that some string music for Alex. On the drive at the other end, Ashcraft, who's really coming off a big game against Eminence, got that to go.
Got 29 against Eminence, on Saturday, and really is feeling good about how he's playing.
84 points in total for the Clovers in that game, and now we'll see a half-court trap that leaves a man all alone. And Hale is not a guy that scores a lot. He averages 2.5 points a game, but he'll make the wide-open layup at the other end. Kelly off the window and drive, and so far, these two teams have combined 5 of 5 from the floor in the first 75 seconds.
And the pace they're both playing at is surprising because they both are kind of methodical in their style of play, but right now they're up and down and they're showing no fear.
It is a Cloverdale team that will play 7 to 8, or excuse me, a Monrovia team that will play about that many. As Thomas, did he save it off a Monrovia player? No, they pointed wrong direction. Yep, it's going to be Monrovia ball. So it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Cloverdale really don't want to play more than 6 in tonight's game. In fact, between the varsity and JV combined, really about 12 to 13 players in uniform right now.
Anxious to see how Monrovia wants to play Kyle Thomas because he's so active with the ball and without it and can bring you out to the three-point line. This is going to be huge for them tonight.
Notice that Cloverdale is doubling Williams almost every time he touches it. Before Hale got that one off, steps called. Both these teams do a pretty solid job at taking care of the basketball. Monrovia about 10.5 turnovers a game. Cloverdale, not bad for 32 minutes, about 13 giveaways a night.
Rick, I'm anxious to see so far Monrovia is 0 for 8 on the year on the road. Anxious to see if they can figure out that their ways are away from Boogaboos.
Spot up 3. On the wing for Sims does not go. Sims averaging 6.5 points a contest.
Notice how Cloverdale is picking up Joe Williams as far away from the basket as possible. Keeping him out of the paint is going to be huge for them all game.
Hale's putback try does not go on the driving attempt by Eastman, but eventually Willett will track it down for Monrovia.
Great job of crashing boards. Again, it's going to be team rebounding offensively and defensively for Monrovia.
Hunter Ray and errant 3. Hale had the rebound, and he is fouled in the effort to block him out by freshman Zach Thomas of Cloverdale.
And yes, Zach and Kyle are brothers. Again, I like the way that Zach was coming off the bench earlier in the season. Now is a starter and really can knock down some outside shots for him.
And only 6 players that see time on just the varsity for Cloverdale. Williams for 3. Not that time. 34% three-point shooter.
What I loved about what Cloverdale did, they got Williams going away from the basket. Again, didn't get his shoulder squared and was just miscued off and just a little bit.
And Thomas really hasn't gotten many touches just yet. That hasn't bothered Cloverdale to this point. It is Willett that draws the defensive assignment on Thomas. And now this game has started to slow into the pace that we thought we would see tonight.
Got to find a way to get some movement. If you're Pat Rady, again, you've got to be able to get you guys moving without the basketball here and let us screen and move without the ball.
Thomas fires up a three that does not go. Williams, 6'1", averaging over 4 boards a contest. Leading rebounder is Ray for this Monrovia squad. 6'4" senior gets 5 caroms a game. Great job to read the passing angle that time. Second Monrovia turnover. And on the drive, Kelly couldn't get it to go. Had it knocked away by Hale.
Great job of transition defense that time by Monrovia. They just got to be able to make sure and keep Cloverdale in front of them. They love to get to the rim. And again, that's something about just understanding what they can do and what they got to try to stop.
Williams will pull, and that does not go. Williams yet to score. And Ashcraft the rebound for the Clovers.
Rebounding issues, identifying where Thomas is even bigger for Monrovia.
First Cloverdale giveaway as Ashcraft had it poked away from behind. And we've been stuck on this score now for over 3 minutes.
It started out so hot. Now they kind of slowed down a little bit here now in their style of play, just being very methodical. If you're Monrovia, they want to make you play defense.
And that's going to be a blocking foul that is called against Zach Thomas. It'll be his second foul. And Mark Gill's about to check in. Last time we had Cloverdale here, Mark was in the starting lineup. He'll check in to give Ashcraft a breather. And it's one thing this group has had to learn how to do this year. You have to play through foul trouble. There's just no other alternative.
Well, with the lack of bench that both teams have, you've got to be able to play smart. You've got to be able to conserve some energy, but you just got to understand and have great court awareness.
Willett will pull from the free throw line, and we have always referenced this as a shooter's gym. The soft rims give him the bounce. He's got 5, and Monrovia 7.
Great job by Alex, the senior, again, off the bounce here. Nice 15-footer to give himself a 7-6 win, or lead, excuse me.
Thomas trying to find an angle and creates contact. Foul committed by Cole Eastman. First whistled against the Bulldogs so far. And these two schools were in the same conference for seemingly forever. They are now also not even in the same classification. Monrovia is in their second year of being 3A in terms of enrollment. Cloverdale has remained in 2A. These teams played each other 4 consecutive years in the sectional. Thomas misses. And between those 4 years, they won the sectional all 4 of those years. First 3 went to the Clovers. Monrovia won their first sectional in a while 2 years ago.
Both teams have a nice tradition, especially coming right here at Cloverdale. Just like their past and the success they've had. These kids have grown up trying to and wanting to play on this court, and now they're here and just love the way that they're playing.
Hale fouled. We'll have to see a line change coming here for Monrovia as Gill picks up the foul, his first. And the 3 players that normally see time off the bench for Monrovia will all enter together. Gavin Followell, Austin, and Hunter Leeds all enter the game. As Ray, Eastman, and Hale have a seat. And again, most of the offense comes from W and W, Williams and Willett. Those 2 guys will stay on the floor. Willett can go to the backcourt to track that down. And Monrovia averages 49 as a team. Those 2 guys combine for 28 of the 49.
And if you're Cloverdale, you've got to keep Williams out of the paint. He is great at finishing at the rim, but also if you come and collapse down on him, he's great at kicking it out.
Leeds for 3 in the corner. That does not go. And it's Austin Leeds that tracks it down. Williams still 0 for the night. And now Kelly looked to push, but nothing was there. Thomas in the open floor. Again, a good first look for him, just couldn't finish. But Monrovia could not hang on to it. Cloverdale has now not scored in the last 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
But I think they've got some good shots. I think they just are not knocking them down right now. Just like that, they're again in the lane. If I'm Pat Rady, I'm happy. I've got my best player at 6 feet away. He just got to knock that shot down.
Thomas might have rushed that just a little bit.
You're right. He has such a matchup issue, that being Thomas, because he can knock down the three. He's great off the bounce, and at 6'4", yeah, he has the length and height to really cause issues.
The Monrovia team has lost their last 3 games. Last time we saw them on ISC, they gave Danville all they could handle in a Tuesday night game in mid-January. Danville just knocked off by North Putnam on these airwaves 2 nights ago. You hear the Cloverdale bench cheering for the defensive effort.
And this is what Pat Ray talked about here. He said we can't get bored and can't get lulled to sleep. Talk and communicate on all picks here, and don't give up the easy basket.
Because Monrovia will just keep running their stuff.
Yes, and they're methodical with it. They're very good at it. They're very patient, and this is a pace I thought that we would see from Monrovia, and now I think they're winning that tempo battle right now.
Clearly going to hold for 1 shot here. Just space the floor, let Williams go to work. Gets downhill, spins, good help side defense. Does not get the roll, and it's going to be a foul against Austin Leeds for displacing the Cloverdale player. We'll call that against Hunter Leeds, excuse me. With just half a second left to go before we get to the end of quarter number 1.
Give Cloverdale credit. Great job defensively, great help. Again, contesting shots is huge.
And that is the end of the quarter. We had 5 field goals the first 75 seconds, 1 the last 6:45. Monrovia takes a 1-point lead to the second quarter of play on this presentation of Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa, from last to fast, and wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Tonight's game presented by Endeavor Communications. They offer a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with speeds up to a gig. Contact them at weendeavor.com for more information. Beautiful backdoor cut. Willett scores it, his 3rd field goal. He's got 7 of the Monrovia 9.
Great job by Kyle Swafford. Great set play coming out of the quarter break. I like it. And again, if you're Kyle Swafford, you're happy with the tempo and pace that you're playing at here, and you're doing a great job of rebounding, which you thought was going to be a big key.
Ball kicked by Monrovia defensively.
If you're Cloverdale and Pat Ray, hey, listen, just keep taking your shots. Play within the offense. Don't panic. Don't force anything here. You're getting good shots. You just got to knock them down.
We focus on the 2 leading scorers coming in. Neither have a point yet. And Thomas for Cloverdale, Williams for Monrovia. 5 high, 5 out offense for the Clovers. Trying to free up some room for Thomas to do just that. Got to the basket, couldn't get it to go. Good rebound by Gill. His put back does not find the bottom of the net.
Another, good shot. Now, again, Thomas was a little bit out of control, but you're getting a great offensive rebound there. Just couldn't knock it down. And here comes that methodical. Again, great spacing by Monrovia, and then attacking the rim.
Followell couldn't convert that one. Then Ashcraft is fouled as he got the loose ball. Third whistle called against the Bulldogs so far. Followell averaging less than a half a point a game this year. He is a junior. Both these teams with 4-man senior classes, and all of them play big minutes for their respective teams. Thomas still looking for that first point of the game, and foul committed by Ashcraft.
I like where both teams are doing defensively. They're both bringing help from different places and different ways, and it's really, I think it's got Williams and Thomas both out of their rhythm a little bit here. They've done a great job of staying in front of them and really contesting every shot.
Monrovia trying to pick up the pace just from a movement standpoint a little bit. And Williams shot blocked, and will remain Monrovia basketball. We'll credit the job that each team is doing on the other team's star defensively.
They're doing a great job of contesting, but they're playing defense, and you talked about this earlier, without fouling. That's been key here tonight on both star players.
And then a giveaway by the Bulldogs. Their third turnover. And both teams will play tomorrow. Monrovia's got Brown County at home. West Vigo comes to town here at Cloverdale. Nothing but green in this gymnasium for this week. The sectional here at Cloverdale. Runner, Ashcraft, no. And then Gill going to be called with the foul for crashing into Hunter Leeds. And so Gill now has 2, along with Zach Thomas.
Actually, I think they may have called that on, did they call that on?
Ashcraft, perhaps?
On Ashcraft, I think. I thought I saw a 2-2.
And
they might be talking about that.
Right. I think there was a clock issue.
Okay.
What we were dealing with.
And reset it.
The clock never started. They took 5 seconds off of it. It has now been a full quarter since Cloverdale last scored. But again, since that time, the Bulldogs have made 3 field goals. There's one of them. And Willett, it's every bucket but one so far for the Bulldogs.
He is right at his average. That's his 10th point, averaging 11 coming into this game. Off to a great start. Love how seniors respond in big rivalry games.
This is where I tell Mr. Willett you can buy digital downloads when you go to Isc Sports Network.com. He's here at center court watching tonight's game. Said hello to him before the broadcast started. Ashcraft lets fire, and the drought is over for Cloverdale. First made 3 for the Clovers. They make an average of 5.5 a game.
Cannot leave Ashcraft alone. He is coming off a career-high 29 points against Eminence, and so he's feeling good. Still have yet to see Thomas score.
Kelly continuing his great job of defending Williams.
Another thing that Clover is doing a great job of hedging out on Williams just to make sure, again, he is far away from the basket. Great help.
One rebound, though, by Leeds.
Nice.
Leeds averages less than a bucket a basketball game, but got that to go. So the offensive pace starting to pick back up. Willett last touch that. It'll remain Cloverdale ball. Now Ray and Eastman will check back in. Followell and Austin Leeds will have a seat.
I'm anxious to watch how both Joe Williams for Monrovia and Kyle Thomas from Clover let the game come to them. Don't force it. It's early here. It's in the second quarter. Keep playing within the system.
Monrovia swarming Thomas every time he has the ball. Sims' 3 does not go. And then a foul against Monrovia as Gill was airborne when the contact was made.
Good call. Foul on Eastman. He was undercutting him a little bit there. Second foul on the game there for Eastman. Good call by the officials.
Now when you play at kind of an odd night on a Monday evening,
yeah,
tend to get a pretty good officiating crew.
Yes, you do.
Here in the building without many other games to compete. Thomas, solo for the night. And Eastman able to track it down.
Anxious to see how the lack of offense affects Thomas on the defensive end, and Williams the same way here. Again, both teams, you're fine. The score's close here. Just keep playing basketball. And if you're Monrovia, you love the tempo you're playing at right now.
Willett from 12. I think it's safe to say he's feeling it. And a timeout taken by Cloverdale.
They love that matchup. Great job by Willett.
We'll take a timeout as well. 3:35 to play in the first half. 7-point lead for the Bulldogs, their largest. Presented by Endeavor Communications here on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
So the full timeout was taken by the Clovers. Patrick Rady, the head coach of Cloverdale, of course, following his legendary father's footsteps here at his final coaching stop in his great career. 761 wins for Pat, fifth most in the history of Indiana high school basketball. Thomas able to get rid of that basketball in time. Ashcraft was not. Second Cloverdale turnover.
I've just been impressed with how Monrovia's played on both ends. They've done a great job on tempo, on offense, on defense. They've helped out and they've frustrated Thomas, and they're really making the other four beat them. And right now they're off to a great start. And this matchup with Willett has been huge for them all game.
And he's winning it again.
Yep.
Williams is serving as a decoy at this point, and that's perfectly fine for Monrovia.
Going to make Nolan Kelly have to come off of Williams and now take Willett.
And Willett to the other end. Thomas got some ball, but got a lot of body. And Alex Willett will shoot two.
Great job by Willett of coming from behind and getting the ball and knocking it out from Thomas, and then finishing there. Didn't get the and one, but did get two free throws.
First free throws of the game come with 2:51 left to go in the second quarter. On the season, Willett 69% from the stripe. As a team, Monrovia 61% from the line.
That's Alex 15th point. He's got 15 of the 19. I'll be anxious to see how long Pat Rady wants to stay with Kelly on Williams and see if he'll flip over and take Willett.
Left that one completely short. I'm not sure if you have 75% of your team's points, if you're immune to the air ball chance.
No, he was, exactly. He was smiling, knew he came up a little short there, but again, he is playing well.
Ball movement crisp by the Clovers, and it pays off in a bucket for Nolan Kelly.
To your point, great job of ball movement, moving without the basketball, and then Nolan Kelly finishes with a much-needed 2 points for Cloverdale.
Cloverdale has been a routine participant in the Wabash Valley Classic. Kelly had a pair of 30-point games in that tournament in late December. Tournament won by Greencastle this year. Ray, the lead, and Eastman the bucket. Nicely done by the posts for Monrovia.
Great job of sharing the ball. Thought he might have made one extra pass, but again, great job.
Sims off the window on the rebound. And Cloverdale has been at their best when Kelly has been the aggressor.
When he attacks the rim, good things happen because people have to help, and then again, either leave you for an offensive rebound or an easy putback.
Pretty move, just the shot not falling for Williams, but Eastman keeps it alive and scores it. And now a timeout is taken by Monrovia. It is a full timeout, so again, we'll step aside. Minute 38 to play before halftime. Bulldogs leading it by double figures. Presented by Endeavor Communications on the Isc Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No
a big
way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
We see Kyle Swafford, what a great job he's done at Monrovia. 4 consecutive winning seasons before this one. Last year went 19-7, or 18-6 rather, 19-7 the year before. Again, last year drew Danville in their first year in 3A, the sectional champions. A lot the last few years of Coach Barber's team's been.
Kyle Swafford was really happy how tough his team is playing. And right now they're winning because they're playing tougher than what Cloverdale is.
And Thomas called the offensive foul. His frustrations continue. Love the fact that he helped the defender up, but that is now his second.
Just like the toughness, Kyle came in, Swafford, and really was happy. He said, our record doesn't indicate how well that we're playing right now, but let's see if we can be that physical tonight against Cloverdale. And right now, they are being just that.
And early in his tenure, he had some good teams that simply ran into better Cloverdale teams in the sectional. That happens when you got 2 Division I players on the floor at the 2A level. 3 in the corner for Leeds. Got it. Hunter Leeds, the 3, the junior, averaging 6 points a game. His first basket. And all of a sudden, Monrovia doubling up their longtime rivals in Cloverdale.
They have done a great job of getting in the right set plays against the right defense, and they're causing turnover after turnover. That time, Kyle Thomas was very fortunate. The ball did go off a Monrovia player.
We reference, of course, those 2 former players at Cloverdale. Jalen Moore now at Oakland University in Michigan. Cooper Neese down the road at Indiana State. Thomas bumped, won't go, but what great scorers do. If you can't get it going from the floor, you go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Find a way to draw contact, keep going, play within the system, and that's what he's doing. He's not getting frustrated, but I like what you talk about. If you can't get it going here, draw contact, get to the line.
Not that it is a surprise to say these numbers of what guys like Neese and Moore are accomplishing at the collegiate level. Cooper averaging 11 points a game, shooting 40% from three-point range for a very good Indiana State team this year. And Jalen Moore is only leading the nation in assists at the Division I level. 8.5 points per game, 8.5 assists per game, 18 points per game.
Really like the way that Nolan Kelly is D'ing up Joe Williams. No points thus far. Comes in averaging 17 points a game. Picks up a foul there.
1 plus the bonus coming up. It'll be Leeds that goes to the line, a 65% shooter. 8th team foul against the Clovers.
Leeds come in just 62% from the line, so let's see if he can improve on that with these.
The other Monrovia players picking up the slack. Again, Williams has had some good looks, but given the routine and the rhythm that Willett has found, other guys are role players that do their job for this Monrovia ball club.
And Joe Williams has done a great job, again, not trying to force things. He just kind of let Willett do his thing, and it's working.
Top 3 scorers, all seniors for this Monrovia bunch. It was an experienced group. And that ball behind Gill, 5th Cloverdale turnover. You know, I mentioned the Division I kids playing from Cloverdale. How about what Josh Smith is doing down at Stetson for Monrovia? He's had 9 starts in his freshman year. averaging 6 points per game. Closing seconds of the half. Looks like it'll be Williams. Use it for Willett. Gets a good look from three. Did not go, and Ray could not get the putback in time. But an outstanding second quarter from Monrovia. They scored 7 in the first quarter, 21 in the second, and they lead it by 13 going to halftime. 28-15 is our score, presented by Endeavor Communications here on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the Isc Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the Isc Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest fan. Yeah.
No
a big
way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Clover Country indeed. Although right now Monrovia might have a temporary lease on the building. 28-15, they leave it at halftime. Presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network. Alongside Lance Scheib, Greg Rakestraw with you. And again, fast start. Both teams in neutral for about 5 or 6 minutes. Then Monrovia has up and left the Clovers in quarter number 2.
It starts with defense. They've done a great job of making sure Kyle Thomas, his shots are contested. And then what can we say about Alex Willett? He's got 15 at half, comes in averaging 10.9. If you'd have told Kyle Swafford your lead scorer and Joe Williams would have no points, and you would be up 13 at half, he would look at you probably like a crazy. But boy, Alex Willett and Cole Eastman and Hunter Lees have played really well.
For each of these two teams, Kyle Thomas and Joe Williams, the leading respective scorers, combined to average 39 points per game. So far, Kyle Thomas has 2 free throws. That's it. So it's all about the supporting cast so far in this game, and that advantage has been obviously picked up by Monrovia.
I just love what Kyle Swafford has done. He recognized where Nolan Kelly, who is a great lockdown guard for Cloverdale, he has chosen to go on Joe Williams. I get that. So the matchup they like is Alex Willett, and he has taken full advantage of that with 15 points. I'll be anxious now to see what does Pat Rady do at halftime. Does he take Nolan Kelly and put him on Alex Willett, which I would probably do, just to see if he can slow him down a little bit.
Scoring in the first half for Monrovia, Willett with 15, Hunter Leeds with 5, Cole Eastman 4, and a bucket each for Trent Hale and Austin Leeds. For Cloverdale, Nolan Kelly 6, Chase Ashcraft 5, Walker Sims and Kyle Thomas each have 2. We'll take this quick timeout, come back with more halftime show from Cloverdale, where the Bulldogs lead it by 13. We are presented by Endeavor Communications, and you are watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No
a big
way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the Isc Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the Isc Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Our halftime highlights of this one between Monrovia and Cloverdale, presented by Endeavor Speed Geeks. Happy to help you with all your technology needs and their training facility. Come see us on the second Thursday of every month or visit weendeavor.com for more details. Again, it is Monrovia leading Cloverdale 28-15, and quickly it became Willett, the guy that was the primary kind of offensive centerpiece for the Bulldogs.
Great job of spacing and allowing Willett to have really almost half the court to do his thing, and Cloverdale really did not have an answer.
And this is kind of a ball-dominant team for Monrovia, and that is where they generate most of their offense, whether it's Williams or Willett. Again, the other kind of three players space out, go crash the glass, set a screen when necessary. But again, so much of this Monrovia offense, regardless of whom it is set by spacing the floor in that manner.
I just like what they're doing. I love the idea, to your point, they're hitting the boards and really giving themselves second chance shots, just like they are there in the highlights. And Willett is knocking down shots. And when you knock down shots, good things happen.
On the flip side, if you're Cloverdale, what can you do to get Kyle Thomas more involved again? He averages 22 a game. So far, he's got 2 free throws.
I would run Seth to get the ball with it down low with great spacing, that he knows where he can kick it back out for an open three, but get him closer to the basket where he's got his 6'4" frame, can be more of a mismatch for you.
And again, at what point do you wonder? And now at this point, the Cloverdale kids are used to it. They've had this kind of numbers all year, but this is an 8-man rotation we see for Monrovia. Cloverdale's going to play 6. At what point do you worry about the legs becoming a factor, knowing that, again, Cloverdale played on Saturday night?
It's late in the season. You're going to see a little bit of it, but these kids are resilient, and I don't think the pace is so much that's going to be a factor, but I do think that, we'll see here in the fourth quarter if they still have their legs, because right now, again, they're playing awfully well.
From a foul standpoint for Cloverdale, Thomas, Gill, both Thomases, Kyle and Zach, each have 2 fouls. Only Eastman with 2 so far for the Monrovia Bulldogs. Again, our score at the break. Those are our Speed Geeks halftime highlights. Bulldogs lead at 28-15. Third quarter action comes your way next on the Isc Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the Isc Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the Isc Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
Confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
There you see Patrick Rady on the sidelines for Cloverdale. Let's thank our wonderful crew from the Isc Sports Network. Dennis Glover, Eldon Wheeler, Jake Morris, Wes Wolf, Greg Rakestraw, Lance Scheib with you. This is the way for us to finish our high school basketball regular season in style. We have a game every night this week. Tomorrow night, Pike and Warren Central. Wednesday night, it's college basketball, Marion University. In the Crossroads League quarterfinals, we got Marion Women's Hoops tomorrow night too. Thursday night, we're going to Bloomington South as they host Northview in the season finale. But on Friday night, Avon and Danville. Once again presented by Endeavor. Ashcraft, the line drive for he does not go, and Hale, the rebound for the Bulldogs.
Alex Willett was phenomenal at getting help, not only playing offense, but that was a great job of attacking Kyle Thomas and didn't give him a chance to get the shot off and had to make the extra pass. Great job by Willett.
The spin by Hale. Stops, pops, and scores. Had an early bucket in the first half, has the first with the second half, and Monrovia now enjoys their largest lead. Kelly for three. That's wide right. And once again, Hale grabs an uncontested rebound.
If you're Cloverdale, again, play within the offense. Again, you don't want to just throw up shots earlier. You're having to play defense for 30 to 45 seconds here. I know that's frustrating at times, but you got to run your offense less one-on-one.
And a reach-in foul coming here on Cloverdale. And if that's on Zach Thomas, that's going to be his third. It will be. Now we'll see Gill check back in. And Thomas will check out. That's kind of the extent of the bench. Other young men are in uniform off the JV team for Cloverdale. Thomas knocks that ball away, and now he'll try to push in the open floor. Trying to find some semblance of an open look, and couldn't buy a bucket, still yet to have a field goal.
You gotta find a way to knock down shots. They're playing good defense, or they're making Monrovia work for everything. But Cloverdale just cannot knock down shots, and they're not getting bad shots. They just have to, again, stay patient, use your legs. You played on Saturday. You got to be able to make sure that fatigue doesn't set in.
Williams the lead. Eastman got fouled. That's Sims that'll pick up the whistle. And Eastman will shoot two. Last time we were here, again, when Cloverdale hung with a good North Putnam team back in January, Thomas had 26 points.
When you get into the lane, and that's probably the biggest thing that Cloverdale's got to do is keep Monrovia out of the lane. Good things happen. To your point about Kyle Thomas, when he gets going, he's not necessarily a streaky scorer, but he can score a lot quickly. And if that happens, I think that's the formula to get Cloverdale back in this game.
Eastman goes 1 for 2, 69% free throw shooter. In a limited free throw game, Monrovia 4 of 6 on their trips to the free throw line.
And if you're Monrovia, you like the fact that Kyle Thomas is that far away from the basket. Now you just got to worry about Nolan Kelly.
Bump on Eastman, that'll be his third foul, as Kelly drew the contact. So first Monrovia player in any semblance of foul trouble. No movement from the Monrovia bench just yet for Eastman. Third leading scorer this year for the Bulldogs at 7 points per game. Now Kelly, and he has been the creator for Cloverdale. Nice move. Ashcraft the bucket.
7th point of the contest for Ashcraft, and somebody's got to get going here. Great job of movement without the basketball that time, and Kelly saw a slashing Ashcraft.
And Gill, the big fella, gets the poke away on the steal, and the and one for Ashcraft. Let's see if this is the spark that gets Cloverdale going.
Great job off the turnover, the 5th one of the game for Monrovia, and Cloverdale made him pay, and Ashcraft is starting to heat up again.
Followell will check in, replacing Ashcraft. Followell played brief. He did not score in the first half. Ashcraft, a 66% free throw shooter this year. And he is in double figures. Averages just under 10 points per game. Carrying on his effort from Saturday's victory against Eminence. Hale on the drive, up and under and scores. Hale's got 6, and he averages 2.5 a game.
2.5, doing a nice job. And now, if you're Cloverdale, you're starting to knock down shots, do a good job. You just can't turn the ball over, have an empty possession like that.
Hale will have to be a big part of the equation next year. Monrovia graduates their top 3 scorers off this team. Monrovia drew the bye. They get to make the trip to Case Arena for their sectional. That sectional has kind of bounced back and forth between 2 great gyms, the McAnally Center in Greencastle and Case Arena in Frankfort. I did the math on that today. That's a 63-mile drive from Monrovia to Frankfort.
What I like what Patrick Rady is doing here, starting to do a little jump trap and trying to get the ball, trying to get the ball into the corners and see if they can create some turnovers here. If you're Monrovia, keep your head up, keep your dribble alive.
Ray fouled. And clearly Cloverdale trying to pick up the defensive intensity from a trap standpoint, trying to get their offense going. Cloverdale averages 57 points a game, and here they are sitting on 20 midway through the third quarter.
Let your defense create your offense. That's the quickest way to get back into this game.
And Thomas, the read, the finish. First bucket of the game is a dunk for Thomas.
You got to take care of the ball. If you're Monrovia here, don't let something like that get Thomas where he starts feeling good about it again.
Willett hasn't scored here in this half after having 15 in the opening frame. Gill couldn't hang on to it.
Certainly had to be a point of emphasis for Patrick Rady, and they've got to do a better job just defensively, and his team is responding to that.
Hunter Leeds will enter as Hale will have a seat.
You talked about this, Rake, and that is nice job so far on Willett here in the third quarter by Cloverdale.
Followell forgot something very important, the ball, as he made his move. And it is deemed that possession belonged to Cloverdale, and they are given a timeout, a 30-second timeout. So it'll be a turnover against the Bulldogs, their 6th. Tonight's game, a presentation of Endeavor Communications. Now for a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with speeds up to a gig. WeEndeavor.com has more information. Or as I say, when we're in Cloverdale, just exit this building, go straight down the road. When it ends, you're at Endeavor Communications.
Just stay on Market Street. Good things are going to happen to you.
Be safe when you cross the highway. To the other side of the highway, and it's right down the hill. Thanks to our friends from Endeavor Communications for having us out tonight. They'll be a big sponsor of our game between Avon and Danville on Friday night as well. And that game can also be seen on My Indy TV. Second year in a row that we have used Avon and Danville as our regular season finale.
Rake, your Lanesville ties are coming out for me here as you refer to 231 as a highway. I know to most it is a nice road there, but I never look at 231 as a highway. I love your reference.
Well, see, 70, that's the freeway.
I understand that.
So
No,
the
I get it.
highway is going down Main Street.
Sean Walker did the same thing when we were at Frankfurt. He wanted to go the highway. I'm like, the highway's to the right. I want to go home to Noblesville.
If Lanesville's coming down, it means we had dinner at lunchtime.
I understand. Okay.
And supper was the meal we had on the way to the game.
I love it.
All right, back to the actual game. Followell now to trigger things in from Monrovia. Yes, folks, I'm from a place smaller than Cloverdale. On the drive, leads. Got hacked on the way up. That'll be Nolan Kelly that commits the foul, his second. They're going to give that to Gill. Yeah, I think it's going to be Gill that picks it up, which is his third. And so now 2 free throws coming up for Hunter Leeds.
Nice job by Monrovia of attacking the rim. They understand that Cloverdale's trying to run and jump and trap and do things to cause some confusion. How do you do that? Attack the rim. Don't let them do that.
And Seth Ferkins, who played in the JV game, he is kind of the 7th man at about the end of the varsity rotation for this Cloverdale team. Going to get some minutes here at the end of the quarter with Gill with 3 fouls. Leeds with 7. He's 4 of 4 from the line. You made the Lanesville reference. I'll be the one to make it now. My freshman year, we played with 14 players, combined JV and varsity. That's going to be an over and back violation. The 2 times that we have been here to broadcast a Cloverdale game, we have seen them play really with 12 and 13 kids between 2 teams.
And you just learn that's just the way it is, and you just deal with it. And I like it, though, because there's a continuity there and a rhythm that you can get into from a very early age.
Leads on the attack.
Got to always be aware of Cloverdale coming and running and jumping and trapping from the opposite wing. Just keep your heads up and be aggressive with the ball and strong with the basketball. If you're Monrovia, if you're Cloverdale, keep doing what you're doing. Keep trying to turn them over. That's how you've gotten back into this game.
But Cloverdale, one thing they've been able to do is they commit a foul their 6th. So no free throws yet, but now for the remainder of this game, Monrovia go to the line to shoot the bonus. They have not sped Monrovia up. They have not forced them into taking shots that they don't want to take.
And Patrick Rady talked about that. He talked about them playing solid defense and understanding they've got to do a great job fighting through picks and understanding where the ball was going to go. And Kyle Swafford has just done a great job of just keeping his kids with great poise.
6 turnovers so far from Monrovia, 7 committed by Cloverdale. Steal. That's Kelly. Spins away from Willett and got the bump from Willett as well. The Alex's first foul, and Nolan Kelly will shoot 2.
Kelly is doing a great job on the defensive end, trying to create issues for his team. Nice job, Willett. I believe that was his 2nd foul.
Correct.
But again, I just like the way that Nolan Kelly is playing on both ends.
Kelly 75% from the line. At 7 tonight, averages 14.5 a game. Both these teams play again tomorrow night. Looking to load up their schedule early in the week to give them some time to rest and prepare for the upcoming sectional. Cloverdale drew, well, probably the top team in their sectional in the opener. Rich Schlesky's Park Heritage Wolves, 20 wins on the year. Williams from the elbow, and Williams is in the scoring column for the first time.
Love how Joe Williams, he's been patient. The shot comes off quick. Again, if you'd have told Kelly Swafford this would be his, or Kyle Swafford, this would be his first points with 1:36 to go in the third quarter and still be up 13, he would have taken that.
Even though Cloverdale is able to pick up some steam offensively, Kelly on the drive, what they have not done early is really put a dent into this Monrovia lead. It has been double figures the entire quarter.
You talked about this earlier. Monrovia has just, they have not sped up their play. They've been patient. They've been methodical. They've made Cloverdale play defense the entire time.
Williams, not that time. And Ferkins, good rebound. Seth, a 6'2 sophomore.
And you don't need a quick shot here. This has been the one thing. You play defense for 30 seconds. Now come down and run a set. Good job by Patrick Rady of getting his team into a set. This is a big possession. Get it down to single digits.
Thomas, the floater, no. And the glass has largely been owned by Monrovia tonight.
A huge key for Kyle Swafford and the Bulldogs was rebounding on both ends, and they've done just that all night long.
Willett for three. Knew that was off when he shot it. He went to go chase it. Last touched by Hunter Leeds. By the way, I want to say hello to Alex's brother Andrew, who is watching us tonight. He was a freshman at Ball State University.
Andrew was quite the player.
Yep.
Himself in his own right, and doing a great job in broadcasting now at Ball State. And has got a bright future.
Sims three, half out and popped out, but the tip in is there. Not sure if Ashcraft or Ferkins will get it either way. Give it to Cloverdale for the bucket, and they make it a 9-point game going to the fourth quarter. 37-28 our score, presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
So Monrovia will have the basketball, the 9-point lead, looking for their 6th win of the season. Greg Rakestraw, Lance Scheib with you on the ISC Sports Network. Tonight's game presented by Endeavor Communications. Our second chance to see each of these schools this year. We'll offer our congratulations to North Putnam on their big win against Danville on Saturday night. John Herrick and Mike Walensky had the call of that one. Williams working through the landmine that time, got fouled, and again, that's number 7 against Cloverdale, so 1 plus the bonus coming up. So Kelly, Gill, and Zach Thomas now each have 3 for Cloverdale.
If Monrovia can knock down free throws, I think this is going to be difficult for Cloverdale to come back. They're just not knocking down enough shots. Monrovia comes in on the year, though, only 60% as a team from the free throw line.
Williams makes them both. He's a 54% shooter from the line, which, frankly, given his offensive prowess, doesn't make sense that he's a 54% free throw shooter.
As well as he shoots it, and as natural and smooth as it comes off, to your point, that's surprising that he is closer to 50 than 60.
And a giveaway by Cloverdale.
Oof. They have not been in sync. They haven't been in rhythm. Everything's been a struggle for them, and playing at home this late in the year, did not expect that. But give Kyle Swafford and the Bulldogs all the credit. He talked about their toughness. He talked about them playing better than what the record showed, and they've done that through 3 quarters.
Eastman, quick shot, but gets bailed out because Gill couldn't hang on to the rebound. There have been few kind of quicker, what I would say maybe bad shots in Monrovia. That might have been one of them there. Full timeout taken by the Bulldogs. We'll step aside with them. They lead by 11 with 7:03 left to play. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the Isc Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the Isc Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Kyle Thomas been a struggle for him tonight, just 4 points. Same for Joe Williams. Story has been the supporting cast of Monrovia, led by Alex Willett, 15 points in the first half. Monrovia has led by fewer than 9 in the second half. Been between 11 and 15 for most of the half. It's 11 right now. Monrovia trying to run a backdoor cut that does not work. 7th Monrovia giveaway, and Cloverdale proceeds to give it right back. 9th Cloverdale turnover. Eastman on the drive. Give it to him. Eastman's got 7.
Right at his average. Just the methodical play by Monrovia is going to really, I think, make it difficult for Cloverdale unless they can start knocking out some threes.
Stepping, or they're going to call a hand check. Well, that might have been stepping on the baseline. But a foul against Monrovia, just their 4th as a team on Ashcraft's drive to the basket. The foul is on Hunter Ray, which is the perfect time to say hello to the voice of the Indy 500, Mark Janes, Mr. Monrovia, that is watching tonight's game. Or at least has been told that we're here, one of the two.
Yes, he is certainly letting us know that he is paying attention, and we appreciate it. Miss him as he is a true bulldog through and through, and now back leading their production crew and really doing just a fantastic job. I know he's thrilled to be back home at Monrovia.
Of course, he had the call of the wrestling state finals this weekend on Fox Sports Indiana. Ball knocked away off of a Cloverdale player. That'll remain Monrovia ball.
Look for Cloverdale, maybe go to 1-3-1 trap. They do something just to get Monrovia out of this comfort zone here, because you've got to start trapping and moving and got to pick them up full court here, because the time is really their biggest enemy.
And Ashcraft commits a foul, his second. And now they will send Monrovia to the free throw line on every attempt from the stripe. And Alex Willett will go to the free throw line to shoot 1 plus the bonus. Our numerous connections at Monrovia have told us that Alex made the decision this weekend to attend the College of Mount St. Joseph. That is in the Western Hills of Cincinnati, part of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. So he'll get to play a lot of games in this area. Rose-Hulman just down the road, Franklin College, Hanover, common opponents for the Lions of Mount St. Joe. A lot of Indiana kids on that roster of head coach Toby Kerrigan, because he is the former head coach at Rising Sun High School.
Well, they're getting a great young man in Alec Willett, great basketball player, but even a better person off of the floor. And I just, again, you win with great character kids, and that's exactly what Alex Willett is.
Kelly splits 2 defenders and couldn't finish over the third, but Ray's going to be whistled for the foul. And we'll see Nolan Kelly go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Great job by Kelly of again, getting into the lane. Hunter Ray went straight up, a great job of drawing contact by Nolan Kelly.
First missed free throw in 6 tries for Cloverdale tonight. Reference the fact that Clovers drew Park Heritage next Tuesday. They lost by 17 when they played the Wolves back on January 16th. Kelly gets the second of the 2 to go.
Thought they might, Cloverdale might pick up full court, and they are now. Can Monrovia do this? And now, can they get back in their rhythm offensively?
Leads. It's a good shot when it goes down. Again, he's already made 1 3. That's his second. Again, I'm not sure that was the time and place for it, but hey, it goes in. You'll love it.
That's a no. Nice shot. Nice shot. And again, Kyle Swafford really was comfortable about how his kids were playing, and they have done just that tonight. Been very physical and they just have taken it to Cloverdale.
Three does not go, but there's Gill to put back his first field goal. 6 of the 7 players that have played tonight for Cloverdale have scored, but now it's a matter of Cloverdale. Can they cut into a 15-point Monrovia advantage?
Biggest thing tonight, if you're Patrick Rady, just have a knockdown shot. Your effort's been good. You're playing hard. You're just not knocking down shots. Now, can that be fatigue from Saturday? Legs are a little sluggish. It looked like, again, everything came up short so far for Cloverdale. Monrovia just content just to keep the ball, and really they don't have to shoot. Up 15, just make your free throws.
The game of keep away has begun. And a foul called against Cloverdale. That's going to be the 4th on Gill. And Willett back to the line where he is 3 of 4 tonight. This is the final of the 1 plus the bonus on the 9th team foul.
Really happy to see the senior Willett playing so well. And I love the first person congratulating him after every shot, Joe Williams. Leading scorer, realizes this is a big game, huge for his running mate to play so well.
Great rebound by Eastman. He's done the little things well tonight for Monrovia.
He has.
Possession extends now for the Bulldogs. Kelly picks it and scores it. Kelly with 13. Kelly's had a solid game.
Just like the way he's played on Joe Williams, and then offensively he's played really well.
Willett able to get that ball across the time stripe. And again, first half, he's letting that go from 15 feet. Not in this scenario.
Nice to have that senior leadership, understanding that the clock is more important than points at this point. Keep that clock going and you're going to win the game.
Gill gives the foul and his evening is over with. He fouls out. Ferkins will come in to replace him. So double bonus now, leads to the free throw line. Again, Monrovia's sectional. Frankfurt having one of their best years in a while. Danville is always a favorite. But Greencastle, the team that won the Wabash Valley Classic, led by their all-time leading scorer Brody Whitaker, who will play at Marion next year. Crawfordsville's got a good team too, so frankly, drawing the bye makes Monrovia a factor in that sectional.
If they can play like this, they will be a factor in that sectional.
Leeds misses them both. He had made his first 4. Door open ever so slightly for the Clovers. Kelly off the side of the backboard. And again, second chances have been few for Cloverdale tonight.
Rebounding has been such a big deal and such a huge advantage for Monrovia, something that Kyle Swafford really emphasized before the game, and his team was certainly listening.
Ray Eastman lay it up and in. That's exactly how you draw it up. Eastman's got 9.
Been unselfish all night long. They made the extra pass. They've done a great job on defense as well.
And Thomas is having one of those days.
Comes in almost 22 points a game, only has 4, really has not looked comfortable all night long. Give that credit to Kyle Swafford and the Bulldogs.
Tough spot for Willett. And Ray, last 3 times he's been the outlet valve. He's proceeded to go nowhere after catching the ball. Wait for a guard. Know your role.
The supporting cast, you talked about that. This has been a game of that, and really give Monrovia all the credit. They've done a nice job with that supporting cast all night long.
And again, there are more talented teams in their sectional because of the guard play that Monrovia has, because of their experience, because of their size. They've only got to win 2 to win that sectional. It's not, crazy talk to think about. They could go up there and do some damage at Frankfurt.
If they can rebound like this in the tournament, if they can knock down shots like they've done today, they've had that supporting cast step up, they will be a factor in that sectional. $15-point rivalry game up on the road. Give the Bulldogs a lot of credit. And Patrick Rady knows this. They're going to come back tomorrow night against West Vigo. Important game leading into the tournament. And so, again, the nice thing is everyone starts over next week. They understand this week's important, but next week is when it really counts.
Willett now in 19. He is 5 of 7 from the line tonight. All of his points from the line here in the second half. Thomas, good look. And if nothing else, if you're a Cloverdale fan, you'll see him get a couple of buckets. Just trying to get a little better feeling going to tomorrow night.
And I felt like they should have done that earlier. He should have done that earlier just because at 6'4", athletic, we've seen him earlier do that. I thought he might have fell in love with the outside shot a little too much too early. But again, hindsight's, is something that you can always go back and draw from. He's a great player. He'll play much better tomorrow night.
Steal, score. Thomas now with 8. Now to a minute 45 left to go in this one.
Monrovia's done a great job of breaking the press. They've done a nice job of attacking when they've had the chance. I believe that's the 4th foul on Kyle Thomas.
That is correct. So Williams to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Monrovia never let Cloverdale back in it. That's probably the biggest takeaway I have is, once they got that double-digit lead, they never relinquished that, and that's if you're Kyle Swafford, you got to be really happy about that.
Closest it was 9, and that was at the quarter break.
Yep.
13 at halftime, never closer than 9. Williams makes them both. Solid game for the senior, just 6 points, but again, played a different role, was more of the facilitator this evening.
Didn't force it, didn't pout. He, again, comes in as a leading scorer, knew his role tonight, accepted it, and really let Willett come in and play exceptionally well.
Cloverdale going to drop to 9 and 11 on the season. Monrovia picks up their 6th win. And Williams is fouled. Simmons will draw that whistle, and Williams goes right back to the free throw stripe.
And I would say if Williams is able to knock these down, I think the fouling might be over here. But
first miss in 5 tries.
Yep.
And as a team, Monrovia, 61% from the line. They've been better than that tonight. 7 for Williams. 6 different players of the 8 that have played have scored, and about time to empty the bench. Todd Kamick is going to get a little run here if he gets into the contest. Thomas lost on the way up. He is looking forward to tomorrow night already. It's been a night to forget for a very talented scorer.
As great a player as he is, you've got to have a short memory. You've got to come back and know that tomorrow against West Vigo will be a heck of a game and an important game because it's the next game. And you got to be able to block this out and move forward.
And Thomas is a junior, so he's back here next year. Tomorrow night will be the final regular season home game again. You're in your home building for the sectional. So here comes the line change for the Bulldogs. Hale, Followell, and Austin Leeds will check in. And Kamick will check in if Willett can make this one. Groby usually plays 8. So this is extending to a 9th player, but Willett misses them both. And Kamick's debut will be delayed by just a little bit longer. Thomas, the free throw line. Not there. And Monrovia will call a timeout literally just to sub a player in. And Willett gets a nice hand from the fans that are here tonight. 19 points.
Senior played really well. Came in to a very important game for his team and played like you like to have your seniors play. Showed great poise, great leadership, and knocked down shots, and really was a difference, especially early on in the first half.
Snap a 3-game losing streak. And so many of those losses have been close losses. We said earlier, 8 of 12 losses by single digits this year for Monrovia. And both teams knowing they will be playing tomorrow night, said enough is enough of this one. Just waiting for this one to run down. It was a one-point game after one quarter. Monrovia established their dominance in the second quarter and never looked back. Final score this evening, Bulldogs 53, Clovers 37. We'll take this timeout, come back and wrap it up next. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
Confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Back for a final time this evening to the home of the Clovers. Greg Rakestraw, Lance Scheib with you. Presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network. Monrovia gets the victory. They beat Cloverdale 53-37. Coach, your final thoughts on this one?
Great job on the defensive end to hold this Cloverdale team that came in averaging almost 57 points, 20 points below that. That's where the difference was. And then Alex Willett, boy, what a night that the senior had. 19 points, led him from start to finish. Big win for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, both team star players had off nights. And a lot of that was determined by what the other teams did defensively. So the question is, all right, which supporting cast is going to get the job done? The answer was Monrovia. Again, it was Willett primarily in the first half. Guys like Eastman and Hunter Leeds helped carry that freight in the second half.
Just a great team win, great team effort in general. And if I'm Kyle Swafford, I'm thrilled to know that toughness came through tonight in a big-time way, in a big win over Cloverdale.
Willett 19, Hunter Leeds 10, Cole Eastman 9, Joe Williams 7, Trent Hale 6, and Austin Leeds with 2 for Monrovia. For Cloverdale, Nolan Kelly with 13, Chase Ashcraft had 10, Kyle Thomas with 8 and a bucket each for Walker Sims, Mark Gill, and Seth Ferkins. Again, both teams in action tomorrow night at home. Monrovia has Brown County. Cloverdale will play host to West Vigo. Tomorrow night at ISC Sports Network, cameras will take us to Pike and Warren Central. Final MIC game this year on MyNDTV, and to Marion University as well as they take on Grace in the opening round of the Crossroads League tournament. Be sure to join us there. For Lance Scheib and our entire ISC Sports Network crew of Dennis Glover, Alvin Wheeler, Jake Morris, and Wes Wolf, this is Greg Rakestraw. Good night from Cloverdale. Monrovia wins it. Final score this evening, 53-37. You've been watching on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
the drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown. That ball wiggles
went
in and into the back of the net.